Hello.
Can you hear me well? I hope everyone can hear me. Greeting from Thailand. Internet. You can also see my screen. I have about 10 minutes to share my perspective on, you have listened to the guest speakers who give you a lot of insightful information on what's happening, in terms of the trade agreements and also trade and the services and all the activities, including the previous speaker before me discussing. I could not understand, but I think you delivered the informations on the culture. What I would like to say in a short period of time today, it might be a little bit different on talking about what can be done. What can we do in this perspective? If you talk about India, ASEAN, you can see that this is 2 billion population, which is in terms of the total population, India is number one now. But then when you include about 690 million people in ASEAN, that's a huge number. It's come up to 1.2 billion. 2.1 billion. And what can we do? We have seen a lot of free trade agreements. We have seen a lot of trade agreement. ASEAN, India, free trade agreement. You have seen India with many bilateral trade agreements, including Thailand, India-Thailand free trade agreement. And also you have, we have seen different platforms or different agreements or collaborations like BIMSTEC, BRICS, with now Thailand just joined about a few weeks ago. And also you have RCEP. You have different, bilateral agreements and also multilateral agreements, regional and, cross-regionals. But, let's have a look at these agreements. I'm very glad that all the distinguished guest speakers before me have given you a lot of very good, insightful information. But let's think it back as, a person living here or a business person. Have this agreement been properly utilized? I'm talking about Thailand. We have the bilateral trade agreement with India. If you look at the number, the trade between two countries, is it good enough? Or can we improve it? How can we improve it? Earlier this year at BIMSTEC Business Summit, I had an opportunity to listen to His Excellency Minister of Commerce and Industry of India. His Excellency asked a very good question. Can we do enough? What about the previous one, the existing one that we have? Can we revisit it? Or do we need more of the free trade agreement or the economic collaboration in any type? I think right now, if you look on the screen, this is the only few of them that India has done with other dialogue partners. But then, can we make these, or can we utilize these agreements to be the active one? Okay, we talk about bilateral, we talk about multilateral agreement, BRICS or RCEP or BIMSTEC. Those ones still going, keep going on. But can we, as a business person, as a, in this community or ASEAN India, can we utilize something that's already exists? It took a long time, as you all know, that it took a very long time to utilize or you come up with one free trade agreement and then sign on it, especially for my country. It's had been a long process. But what about the business people? I represent Joint Foreign Chamber of Commerce in Thailand, which we are now 35 foreign chambers in Thailand, including the Indian Thai Chamber of Commerce, which are they are very active in Thailand. But when we look at these free trade agreements, what do we feel? We want to see the real utilization of the existing, the activities or the agreement. Okay. So as a business person, or I look after the SME supporting the SME community in the foreign chambers and also the SME in Thailand. I think, unfortunately, in case of Thailand, we don't utilize enough, or we don't use the benefits of those FTA enough, right? So that's what I think that this time would be a very good opportunity, since I'm invited to this special conference here, that I would like to ask everyone to think about how can we do this. The one that's we already have, can we start now? Or, we have to wait for something more and more. Well, actually, in case this is happening in my country, that, we look for something now, we join the BRICS, then we have another things to do another activities. But I think it is very important, especially for business people, that we act now. What can we do? Previous speakers already mentioned many good opportunities that can come up with India and ASEAN, India and other dialogue partners. For me, as I am Thai, and I would like to see that the real academic collaboration through the business sector. Okay, so you can say mostly, 99.8% of the enterprise in Thailand are SME, small medium enterprises. I have to give this very good compliment to the Indian embassy in Thailand, where they're trying to encourage the trade between two countries. For example, when people think about India, huge market, 1.4 billion. This is a giant for us. I often go to work in the south of India. So this is a good business opportunity. But why can't Thai people go to this country? A lot of hesitation, a lot of myth, a lot of unknown fact. And then for Indians, I just got contact from Indian company who want to, expand the James business in Belgium, like that. So what are we missing? I think we already have very good agreements between India, ASEAN, India, Thailand. Just need to utilize it. So I think for myself, I think the education field would be one of the good example that can link, country like India and Thailand very well. And I'm sure, it can expand to other ASEAN countries. And through the education and academic collaboration, we talk about trade in goods, we talk about services, but what is really the issue? I think the emphasis that I want to do today is the SME. The supporting of the SME. You see, the big companies, they already can do by themselves. They're good by themselves. But for the small, medium enterprises, which are the large number for Thailand, India, and also ASEAN country, how can we do that? That's the question that I hope, this we can start something and moving forward with this point. And another one, how do we go from here? We have Thai Indian chamber, we have Joint Foreign Chamber, we have many chambers. And India, I have met many chambers in India, established more than 100 years ago. But how can we link together? What is missing here? Yes, that you don't do the business, you need the networking, you need the bridging, but I think what we need is the real connection. And I believe that, through the collaborations with the academic institutions, that would be the key. And also with the support of the embassies in both countries, that would be the key that I wanted to point out. The SME, they have many issues, but they have many opportunities. For instance, right now, people focusing on if you export or to the European Union, you have to, deal with the EU Green Deal, which actually doesn't apply to SME yet. But in Thailand, there are a lot of SME who do the OEM manufacture for other countries. I think, with this point, Thailand's focusing on now the ESG, right? But in fact, I discovered that India is one of the leaders. You have a lot of knowledge. So that's why I think, not only the education or academic collaboration, I think to support the SME. I think, what I have seen in the last maybe 15, 20 years that I've been working on SME, India is the one country that has a ministry of SME. That means that you have the knowledge, you have capability to support other. By working together, support each other, I think that would create the real bridge. You can have networking of chamber and so on, but this is one of the key that will emphasize the possibility of India going to bridge a strong bridge with Thailand and other ASEAN countries as well. So if you look at the past, from sitting here, seeing what's happening, I used to be once a free trade specialist quite some time ago. So I see that the utilization of this agreement actually disagree. I heard a lot of people talk about what about the goods from China that's very cheap. Thailand is having the same problem everywhere, but we can solve this problem, or we can ease or mitigate this problem by utilizing these free trade agreements among us that already exist. This would be my key points that I wanted to point out to everyone today, that please, SME, and then utilizing support of the SME by helping them utilizing these free trade agreements. We can start with India-Thailand free trade agreements. Then I think this would be the very strong bridge and the key for the economics or financial improvement of the people in our country. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. Namaskar.
Thank you very much for a nice introduction. His Excellencies, Professor Lalit Agrawal, whom I met some time back in Bangkok, Professor Deepshikha Agrawalji, and ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students. Namaskar and Sawadee Krap from Bangkok. I am truly honored to participate in this conference. I was grateful to see sharing details of this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, I'm a very positive person. I am from the industry. So I would like to say India is on transformative journey. India has graduated from an IT service provider to a key player in global geopolitics. I emphasize that India's rise is not just a regional phenomenon for Southeast Asia. Of the Indian diaspora should be a matter of pride to all of you. They have brought prosperity to their adopted lands and enhanced India's brand image before the world community. This has also helped India become the 5th largest economy in the world and is likely to be the 3rd soon. Today, Southeast Asia is a major economic force. As most of the speakers have cleared that there are now not 10, there are more than one more country is joined, Timor-Leste. ASEAN's total area is only 3% of the world. The total population of ASEAN countries is about 8.8% of the world. But the most important point to be noted is that as a single entity, ASEAN would rank as the 8th largest economy in the world. It is India's 11th largest trade partner. Today, no country can ignore Southeast Asia. India was forced to change from its original Look East policy to an action-oriented Act East policy due to this reason. It was a very wise decision. Nevertheless, we have been slow in realizing the significance of this Southeast Asian bloc. In 2023, the trade value between India and ASEAN was over $131 billion, or about 11% of India's global trade. Today, ASEAN has become very important for India. It has a separate ambassador to the Asian bloc. It's very important activity by Indian government. I believe there are tremendous opportunities to be tapped. All countries are working hard to be successful. Our action should be better than our competitors, say from China, Japan, Europe, and the USA, and to get better share of the pie. For example, bilateral trade between Thailand and India decreased from $7 billion to $15 billion last year. And in fact, Thailand has a trade surplus of about $5.6 billion against India. Why it is happening, we should go into detail. We are very proud of our relationship with Thailand due to our strong bonds, due to Buddhism. The Thai language has origins from the Pali and Sanskrit. However, it is not converting into the growth of business and investment. Indian tourists to Thailand are about 2 million per year. However, the number of tourists from Thailand to India is less than 200,000 per year. We must do a SWOT analysis to take corrective actions. 2 days back, I attended a conference for promoting India-Thailand business organized by a leading bank in Southeast Asia known as Bangkok Bank. Indian ambassador as well as a Thai ambassador to Delhi, Boston Consulting chairman, all were there to discuss how we can do it. It was found that there is a gap between actual information on Transform New India and the perception of the local business community. This is a very important point, and I think this is true for many countries, even Central Asian countries and other people. They don't know what is the actual transformed new India and what is their perception going on. In fact, the Thai ambassador to India mentioned many challenges which were not very positive, but I will share with you. When the Thai business people want to set up factories in India, they face many challenges. One of that, central as well as states have some different tax systems, complex systems, and it takes a lot of time for understanding. If you are going for SME, very difficult. But if you are going for a large project, it is very lengthy process to acquire land, because most of the land is agriculture land, and anyone can sue you after you set up your factory. Ease of doing business is improving, but it may be frustrating for Thais. It is a difficult task. Still, large number of licenses and permits are required. Today, speed is very important. If government approvals take a long time, business opportunities are lost. I'll give you an example. We promoted Make in India with a big fanfare, but it angered many Thai exporters. The Bureau of Indian Standards brought many new regulations for registrations. Thais consider these lengthy and expensive new requirements as non-tariff barriers. And I pointed out this into Indian Embassy also. Now, the counterpart of Bureau of Standards, TISI, Thailand Standard Institute, has also increased their requirements. And they have also launched MIT, Made in Thailand initiative. So there will be no winner, Make in India versus Made in Thailand. But now Mr. Trump is saying, Make in USA, America first. There are many opportunities between Thailand and India. In fact, I have listed out some because I am very active in various chambers. One is the tourism, hospitality, and wellness. Right now, Thailand has proactively made Thailand for Indians visa-free. Then Indian government also followed. Other business opportunities. Third is the digitalization in ASEAN countries. IT sector can provide a lot of services. Startup ecosystems for cooperation in AI, fintech, and e-commerce. Recently, there is a delegation from Ministry of Commerce from Thailand, and they want to have collaboration in India. Other thing can be education, e-learning. One of the important things which we all should know, that like today we have a personal laptops, days are not far off, then we all will have a personal robot in the future. And Thailand has already taken some action, serious action. So we may also follow them. Space research is another area. Food processing, we are doing. already. Media and entertainment industry. There's a lot of shooting of Indian films in Thailand. Right now, two major famous film stars are here. Kids products, cosmetics. These are the many things which we can do and promote. For energy cooperation with Southeast Asia, under Southeast Asian countries, ASEAN has many energy-rich countries, and they can provide energy security to India and diversify its supply sources. India's expertise in renewable energy, especially solar energy, aligns with ASEAN sustainability goals. In Thailand, we have launched an initiative called BCG, Circular Economy. BCG stands for Biocircular Green Goals. Semiconductors and Clean Technologies Cooperation will provide ASEAN India to combat climate change while providing energy security. Connectivity. There are many ways we are trying to improve connectivity. Thailand and India are, as other speakers mentioned, that we are trying to have a road connectivity, and the bottleneck is Myanmar. But one day it will come. Digital connectivity, initiatives to focus on cyber security. There is a very good opportunities for cooperation. We are doing a little bit. Maritime connectivity is important. Major trade between ASEAN and India requires the shipping of goods through sea routes. So that is a very good activity. And in fact, in the south of Thailand, there is a port called Ranong Port. And that is being developed for shipping goods to eastern coast of India, including Visakhapatnam and Chennai. Air connectivity. Every day we hear that there are some announcements that new routes are being planned. And now they are, like for Thailand, we have a 400 plus flights per week between India and Thailand. Recently, due to requests from Thai government, there has been a MOU has been signed to expand flight connectivity between the two countries and even up to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So also there are many platforms we have discussed like BIMSTEC, the defense collaboration, Mekong Ganga Cooperation, ASEAN India Summit. Many of them I have invited to represent chambers. We are doing a lot of defense collaborations. Recently, we gave missiles to Philippines. We have a Vietnam software park, an Indian assisted institution that trains Vietnamese soldiers in digital skills. And we have already talked about many other agreements. Additionally, which is very important, being a part of IIT, we are participating in collaboration between many IITs and the local universities. I have been instrumental. I am promoting that. And a lot of scholarships are being given. And India, I think I have to appreciate Indian government that this will instill an appreciation of Indian culture and traditions. Other thing is like ASEAN India Youth Summit, ASEAN India Artist Camps, ASEAN India Music Festival. So that promotes for the next generation. Prime Minister Modi had announced a couple of years back 1,000 scholarships for PhD students from ASEAN at IITs. Students under the ASEAN India Student Exchange Program every year. About 400 students from various countries of ASEAN visit India for 2 weeks, including the 4 students which we recommend from IIT Thailand. At Laos, Prime Minister announced that there will be 300 scholarships will be provided to study at Nalanda University. I think it will create a lot of goodwill among the next generation. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are tremendous opportunities for increasing business. And a lot of important things have been already about the diplomatic thing and other thing. So I won't touch those. And only my suggestion is let us follow what Steve Jobs said. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Once again, thanks for listening to my thoughts. Thank you very much. Khap khun khap.